This is a Swift rimfire silencer. It can be used on the 22 rimfire, the HMR, or indeed even air rifles. Unlike the air rifle version though, this has metal spacers, whereas the air rifle only version has felt spacers. In between the spacers are simple flat washers there to act as baffles. Get a series of them along the silencer itself. Aluminium construction. The thing I like about this style of silencer is the end cap. It's hollow. With the last baffle in there, the end, and the end cap on there, it acts as another chamber, therefore another baffle. Unlike other designs where the end cap is solid, this one just gives you that little bit more space, a bit more sound reduction. I think to me it seems like a good idea, good way of increasing the volume of the silencer without increasing the length. And the length itself isn't too bad, not too heavy. All in all, it doesn't look too bad a silencer. Fairly easy to strip and clean, so I'm going to try it this morning and see how it goes. Before I use it, I'm going to put a little tiny bit of copper grease on the end threads. That'll make it easier for when I strip it. Either use a ball brush like this or a brass wire brush. When I assemble it, I'm going to stick a bit of anti-spatter spray on, Welder's anti-spatter spray. Just makes it that little bit easier to get all the gunk and rubbish off when you strip it down to clean it. But first job for this one, a little spot of copper grease and the anti-spatter spray. I'm going to compare it with my favourite at the moment, the SAC silencer. I should do all the shots with the SAC first, then with the Swift silencer, and this one is a wire arc air rifle silencer. I've taken out the baffles inside and put my own in. As you can see, the length is more or less the same as the Swift rifles silencer, so I'm just wondering how my baffles will compare. Bit of trial and error with these. So far I've not had much success, but every time I try something different it's looking more and more promising, so I should be trying that as an extra. The first shot I shall give is a CB long, and I'll do that with a camcorder about 2 or 3 yards away from the silencer. It'll be a side on, and I shall give one shot with each silencer with a CB long. The next 2 shots each silencer will be with an Ely subsonic. That's my normal target round, and the camcorder will be about 60 yards away, and I should be firing towards the camcorder, and you'll be able to hear the results using these Elys. The SAC silencer is often regarded as a budget value for money silencer. Very cheap to buy compared to most other silencers, and regarded as one of the best value for money. The Swift silencer costs more or less the same, and the wire arc, I can't really count this in, but again it's the same sort of price. For me, the Swift does give the SAC a very good run for its money. I couldn't tell much between them, and I'm going to discount this one because it's my trial and error, just messing around with baffle internals. But I found this morning I had a good result. That will be discussed later on though. But I'm really torn between the two now. This is the first time I've come across a silencer that's equalled, if not bettered, the SAC. Once I finished filming, I tried again, shot quite a few different rounds at some targets, and to be honest I couldn't really tell the difference. Occasionally I thought the SAC was a little bit louder than the Swift, but most of the time they sounded more or less the same. Now it comes down to personal choice. Do you go for a long and slim version or a short, more fatter version? The weight in them, there's not much in it. If you put them on the scales you'll probably tell the difference, but just picking them up there's not much difference. So it comes down to personal choice. Short and fat, long and thin, easy to clean, and cost. Well, in all counts they're all about equal. So I'm still totally undecided with this one. I really don't know.